guys are all dead. We can't get demonetized.
Who's coming for their money? They're ghosts.
Fucking let me kill Mister.
Damn. He might.
I'm here for my coin.
He might show up, man.
I don't know why I made him a Scotsman, man.
Well, he's from the Scottish clan Fraser.
Yeah, but he's a Welshman, I thought.
Oh, yeah. No, I guess that's just his lineage.
Yeah.
He's not from Scotland in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Got a history with him. Oh, man.
Well, we weren't going to do one today, and we might look back and regret that we did. But anyway, it's...
I never look back. I just glance casually.
You don't look back in anger?
No, I just glance casually.
And walk away.
Exactly. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that.
I just quoted Oasis, didn't I?
You're going to have to fucking take a horse shower later, sir. I'm going to have to wash that dick in the sink.
Take a ball peen to the nuts. Mead Metal MMA podcast getting together this week because we didn't want to do one next week.
And it's not y'all's fault.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get back to normal over here, unlike Texas and California and Arizona and Florida.
Damn. Isn't it funny that now, like, if your ass is in Texas and you want to go to the Northeast, there's a lot of states you can't go to right now?
Yeah, quarantine motherfuckers trying to,
Like 9 states, and we're smack dab between 2 of them, but we're not on the list.
No, but ours is actually one of the, we're like one of just a couple of states that are actually really not seeing a huge bump. Man, if you were to remove like the Navajo Nation from that equation, but you have to count it because that it does overlap into New Mexico. But
sure,
man, if you were to like remove that from the quotient, we're like in Montana's league of like, what? COVID? Never knew her.
Is that like fake sugar or something?
That woman that Ron Jeremy was diddling? Or women's?
Is anybody surprised at that?
Yeah, finally we get a porn star getting popped for like sexual harassment or assault, right?
Man, it's fucking starting to really spread. It's hit wrestling now.
Oh wow, who got popped there?
Let's see. I don't know too much of the particulars because I'm not really into that shit anymore. But I follow it enough to follow the news of it.
Yeah.
And no one big yet. It's been a lot of like independent talents, a lot of shit from Britain. Like, that seems to be the epicenter of all these accusations.
Wow.
But a few from the WWE, and immediately they're like, you're fired.
Yeah.
Bye. Because now it's so much easier to fire people during these trying times that if you even if you're accused of fucking up, you're done. That's it.
Is any of the big names or still?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, not yet.
Because I know in the world of comedy, Chris D'Elia got hit with some shit, but then again, he's a creep. So I mean, it's okay. He's certainly not funny. God damn it, he's one of these people, and I mean, I'd heard him like they like invoked his name on the fucking Rogan podcast.
Yeah,
a couple years ago, and I went, who? And I checked it out and went, man, he'd had a special that just dropped on Netflix. I'm like, all right, I'll have to check it out. It is not an easy watch.
Not a fan.
I had to, being Netflix, I didn't even want that shit popping back up again. I scrolled it all the way to the credits and then let it run from there so that way it wouldn't come.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's terrible.
That's pretty thorough.
And then, interestingly enough, apparently he was on Silicon Valley and some other show, and he played a pederast on both.
That's hilarious.
It's ironic and hilarious if you don't like him.
Has a big issue with Albuquerque.
Yeah. Which I get that. I understand.
Yeah, you can't really hold that against him. That I believe it was our last road trip when we went up to Denver or San Antonio.
They're the same.
We were listening to that Tiger Belly podcast with Bobby Lee.
Yeah, I think
it was him and Chris D'Elia, whatever the fuck you say his name.
God, I don't remember which drive that was, but yeah.
But it was funny because he was interacting with somebody else.
Right.
And they're both kind of, Bobby Lee's fucking weird.
Oh, that guy, actually, I learned that day is Chris D'Elia is not that funny, but goddamn it, Bobby Lee is.
Yeah, Bobby Lee is fucking just, I remember watching him on Mad TV. I actually preferred Mad TV near the turn of the millennium over SNL. It was just, SNL was pretty weak at the turn of the millennium.
Tell me when SNL hadn't been really weak. I mean, you have to go back to when fucking Will Ferrell was on there, right?
Dude, the 90s, that was it. That was it. I fucking think
80s struggled for a bit. There was some good that came out of that. Mostly Eddie Murphy, I think.
It was all in the late 80s is when it started to turn around. When you got your Phil Hartman, you got your fucking Adam Sandlers. Then you start to get your Farleys and your McDonald's in the 90s.
But I guess that's what the whole thing, because it kind of goes in phases.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll
sure.
it'll be a year or two and be like, man, that's awesome. And it'll be followed by a year that sucks because somebody got really big, got some movie deal, and they go fuck off to do their thing.
Sure.
And it kills the entire vibe they had, so it sucks for about a year. But then somebody inevitably will come in, usually not from their own crew that was still there. Somebody else will come in, somebody new, and knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Chris Farley, clearly one of those.
Sure. Oh, fuck yeah. Because it seems like they'll let you test the waters by being in an SNL movie. Like Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan in Night at Roxbury movie.
Right.
They were still under the SNL banner, but there were a lot of other SNL actors in that movie.
God damn, that's a divergent fucking series of
Yeah,
careers,
dude.
isn't it?
God.
Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan.
Will Ferrell went on to be respected by about 80% of the population that cares about comedy. Chris
And
Kattan.
then they put out Land of the Lost, and it became like 65%. But yeah.
But then he started talking shit about Land of Lost. He's like, all right, we like you again.
Yeah. God, what a terrible movie. And Chris Kattan,
Yeah.
what the fuck did he do?
He was Mango. That's about it.
Mango Unchained?
No, I'd watch that. I would watch that. That'd be all right. I would certainly check that out. I think one of the more underappreciated SNL actors was fucking Tim Meadows. I love Tim Meadows. Just watched him recently in Walk Hard.
Yeah, I mean,
He's one of the funniest aspects of that fucking movie, dude.
you might want to say that he's kind of really was underrated, but man, when that guy was the Courvoisier guy, the ladies' man, holy shit, he was not underrated at that time. He might be now, but back in the day, as in his heyday, for like 2 years, that guy was the shit.
Yeah, the ladies'
And then-
man.
and then they-
Ladies' man.
And then they put out the movie Ladies' Man, was fucking terrible, but
Well, of course. Yeah, the ladies' man was not meant for a movie. That goddamn Molly Shannon character, the schoolgirl character that always show her underwear and be superstar, that wasn't meant to be a movie.
No.
The Pat character was certainly not meant to be a movie.
And they were trying to figure out some shit for Chris Kattan to be the whole it wasn't Chris Kattan, it was Rob Schneider. Hey, using the printer, printerlicious,
Making copies.
I mean, that shit. You made a goddamn 90-minute feature film with that?
I can't imagine I watched Deuce Bigelow. It was fine.
Yeah.
It didn't make me froth at the mouth for the sequel.
Did you watch the second one?
No.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. I got 15 minutes into it. At the theater, still popcorn in hand, I walked out.
Damn.
It's a weird thing driving back to Portales from the movie theater in fucking Clovis and with a bucket of corn sitting on your console.
Well, you got to get something out of it, man.
That was the best I had. I was like,
I walked out.
at least I got some popcorn out of it.
Sometimes buying the ticket just to get some popcorn, get the fuck out of there is worth it.
I don't know about $20 really.
Back in the day when these movies were coming out, you could probably get away if that shit's $5.30, you can get out of there for about $10.
Yeah, but popcorn's like obnoxiously high, like $6, $7 for a bucket.
I'm talking back when you could get a ticket for $4 before 5:30.
Oh, okay.
Your matinee, and then you could get a large popcorn for about $6.
Yeah, well, it still seems like you could probably make your own shit at home a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah,
and live on fucking popcorn for a month for $10.
That seems to be a hard thing to fucking nail. Is the art of movie theater popcorn?
It's yeah, man, because the secret is they're not using butter.
Oh fuck no, they're using like fucking reprocessed motor oil.
It's
a little bit of garlic and salt in it.
It's I think it's light vegetable oil with a butter flavoring and a shit ton of salt, really.
What do you think those motherfuckers be like? I want you to put it half in there, layer of butter, the next half, and then the rest of the butter.
That'd probably actually be all right. I mean, you can make your own shit at home, and you don't want 100% butter, by the way. Just letting you know.
No, I make that shit soggy.
Yeah. I mean, that light oil actually really, really helps a lot in the distribution of, because you got a great big pump over there.
Yeah, and if you want a little more of a butter kick, they usually have that little salt shaker. That's like that butter salt shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably attached by a chain, because I know I've done it many times where I've just grabbed it and headed into the theater.
It's probably
I like to go layer by layer on that shit.
probably a place to meet the ladies, isn't it? Meet them over by the little butter pump.
The concession ketchup and mustard aisle.
There, let me give you a couple pumps, lady.
Yeah. Why don't you put that hot dog right there? Are you a relish girl? No, me neither. That shit sucks. Hey, make sure no one's looking. I'm gonna break this chain so I can grab this butter salt and take it in with me. Where are you sitting?
It's just obscene. Couple pumps, my lady.
Give her 2. Be like, I'm way more than 2. I'm at least 5.
Don't have to plan your evening. Oh shit! All right, well, so we're really unprepared. We're just here to party.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of what we've always wanted.
Well, here's what we've always wanted. We wanted stacked cards. That's what we're going to get in 2 weeks. When we, because
God damn, that is 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yep. When we have our next one. Now, granted, if there's some earth-shattering shit that happens, we might very well do one on July 3rd. But the plan is to do one on the 10th, the day before Fight Island series kicks off. 4 cards, 3 of which are great.
Yeah, one's a little like, oh, okay, this is a whole bunch of them new international fighters y'all got.
And they're putting it on a Wednesday, so that doesn't break my heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't even know what the main event of that one is.
On that one? Yeah.
Not good enough for us to recall.
I mean, it's good enough to go, oh, yeah, Fight Island.
I mean, shit, we're getting 4 title fights in the span of 7 days.
Yep.
7 days. The 135 is getting to we're going to finally have another champion there.
Right?
Or, no, 125. Flyweight title.
Is that what they're doing?
Because
we'd
had that last fight, but one of the dudes botched weight, and the guy that botched weight won. So we still have no 125 champ, and then Cejudo just bailed on 135. That's the Aldo Peter Yan fight.
135. Yeah.
So you're 125, you're 135, you're 170, and there's one more in there.
Women's, no.
No.
There are no women title fights, are there?
No. Shit.
We looking at middle? No. Yeah, 185.
Israel Adesanya?
No, he's not on that, is he?
God damn it. See, this is what we talk about when we say unprepared, folks.
Oh, yeah. I was like that when people are like, well, it sounds like you guys really kind of get a...
Fucking featherweight, Volkanovski and Holloway.
Right.
God damn.
Well, when people... Because Krista last week was on the show with us, so she's like, so you guys like kind of rehearse some shit? No. No, we do not.
If I felt like we had to do that, I wouldn't be doing this
No,
shit,
it'd be
man.
work, and you'd be lucky to get one a month out of us.
Right. I mean, even like when we brought LJ into the fold and started doing that, first it started feeling like work.
Right.
I was like, ooh, if he wants to be on the podcast, we're just going to have to bring him because I don't want to be doing this shit every Friday.
Well,
But now it's fun. I got it down. It's
Yeah.
a part of the process, so it doesn't feel like work.
Well, and it also prevents LJ from having to jump through some hoops to try to be here live on with us every week because, that guy
Fuck
doesn't.
that. We demand following.
That dude's like, it's a 50-mile round trip. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody that gets to see us from our sister city in Clovis, that's a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
I'll just see a couple pricks like us.
like us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like us. I'm throwing that in there because that's the incentive.
Right.
Pricks like us.
Like us.
I'll travel 20 miles for that.
It's kind of
Thither
like
and yon.
it's almost like a Dan Aykroyd, John Candy movie, right?
Oh, goddamn.
Or
Great
no, that was,
outdoors. Great outdoors.
That one. Actually, I'm thinking of Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase. Spies Like Us.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Goddamn. No, that was fucking Aykroyd and Bill Murray.
Was it Murray?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just know this. Really, unless those guys were bringing their A game on a flick, I'd
No, I
watch.
was 100% wrong.
Okay, good. I was right.
100% wrong. You're
All right,
100%
good.
right.
All right, there we go. Let's play that back for the sweet people. No.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I'll never fucking say it again. Ever. Even if there's a fire.
It's going to be a drop. That's going to be a drop. It's going to go on my day job.
There's going to be one thumb down. The podcast going to be for me.
But I mean,
that guy for saying I'm sorry.
a lot of those flicks out of the 80s, I mean, at the time, people were like, yeah, it's all right. It was hilarious. It was funny. 3 months later, it's like, oh, yeah, what was that? What was that movie? You know? It better be pretty fucking good. I mean, even John Candy, Throw Mama from the Train, right? Or no, not
Danny
planes,
DeVito.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, him and Steve Martin.
Yeah, great.
That's probably the. God damn, that might be the best movie either of them made. But I put Uncle Buck a really close second.
Great Outdoors. You'd mentioned that one. That one's kind of one of my favorite John Candy movies because I wanted to see it so bad as a child, but my mother would never. She would always shoot it down. And that one, she actually let it ride. We're like, all right.
Well, it was a pretty friendly little dark comedy.
Right.
Because Dan Aykroyd was a real fucking asshole in that movie.
Yeah.
Especially during the steak eating contest.
Like every turn, that guy was the asshole in the movie. But man, even then, even you can get some of the greats, and they still can't perform based on the fact the movie's probably it shouldn't be probably made in the first place. And I'm talking about Canadian Bacon.
Ooh. That was like his next to last movie.
Yeah, John Candy. Yeah,
because he did that, and they did Wagons East.
Yeah, which was not good either.
Yeah.
That guy was actually getting ready to have a career decline in a crazy way, I think.
And he had gotten really fat.
Oh yeah, blew up to about 350.
He was already big.
Yeah,
but he didn't stop growing. That as he got older, like after Cool Runnings was probably the last great movie he was in.
Yeah, that was one I hate to admit it, but that's actually really good.
Man, that's one of the rare Disney movies. Like, Disney live action.
Yeah. God, man, what
are you up to?
What about
what are you doing?
What about Bill Murray? What would you say is probably your favorite Bill Murray movie?
Does he have to be the lead?
No, just in it.
Just a movie that Bill Murray fucking rocked in.
Yeah.
Caddyshack's the easiest answer.
Sure.
I have to say Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is certainly there. I like Stripes.
Stripes was good.
I like Zombieland.
Zombieland was okay.
Minor role, I get it, but God damn it, he's hilarious.
No, he made the movie better. Him and Woody Harrelson, their scene made the movie better.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg, I just can't stand that Michael Cera style acting that was really prevalent back in 2007.
The goofball, the really lovable, dumb goofball that can't shut up. Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man. Then he goes on to play Mark Zuckerberg. Come on now. But Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray in that movie, that was fantastic. Especially as he was dying.
Man. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is a fucking prick, I think. I think he's an asshole.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know it personally, but I just feel like I get that vibe from him that outside of doing shit, he's a real motherfucker.
So let me go the opposite direction then. Worst Bill Murray movie.
Garfield.
Yeah. I go Lost.
Oh, man.
I go Lost in Translation.
Yeah, but you got to see what's her face's Heine in that, and it looked really nice.
Scarlett Johansson. Man, but it's a movie. You remember, like they'd always brag about Seinfeld as a TV series about how it was a TV show about nothing. That's kind of what that movie was. There was an overriding theme, but it was like, oh, so you fucks are just stuck in a hotel in Japan and kind of just quirky and awkward and weird.
And it would never ever happen. Ever.
The funniest shit in that entire movie was like the opening 2 minutes when he's doing the Santori commercials.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. That is a weak Bill Murray movie because it's way outside its scope.
What about the man who? What was it? Something about the man who forgot shit. I'm trying to wing something I shouldn't be winging, but the man who remembered too much. Is that it?
Man who knew too little.
Knew too little. There, I knew some adjectives in there. Yeah.
At first, I was about to say the man who shot Liberty Vance, but that's the wrong guy.
That would be wrong, but it would be hilarious if Bill Murray was in it. I would dig. I would dig.
You remember Bill Murray doing that role of Hunter S. Thompson? Did you ever see that movie? Him doing that?
No, huh?
He does a pretty good job, man. That's one I would say in my top 3.
But you'd mentioned Liberty Valance. You know what I think of is one scene out of Groundhog. Right when he first figures out how to basically rip off the armored car. So he shows up to the movie theater one night. And he's all decked out like fucking Clint Eastwood out of a spaghetti western.
Yep.
That's how I would view that guy if he was actually landed a remake of Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. But
how do you feel about Scrooged?
I'm against Christmas movies on principle.
What if they're really dark and satirical?
Yeah, like Bad Santa. I can get into that.
Yeah, where
Scrooge,
Christmas is really secondary.
Even what was that terrible fucking Nicolas Cage movie that had a fucking lesson in it? Family Man. That one's one. It's a Christmas movie. I don't mind it because it's one of these. I was
familiar with it.
Well, so I don't want to give the whole fucking synopsis because it takes me a little bit. Because he's like a really successful businessman, hates his life or whatever, but he's married to some chick that he kind of took for granted or whatever. He wakes up and he's like with another chick, you know, with a whole family and shit like that. And it's like his family. It's like an alternate universe.
Sounds vaguely familiar. That aspect rings a bell.
So then he's like trying to get back with his, wife, his real wife in the real timeline, and all the while trying not to screw up things too bad. I don't know. It's actually not terrible if you watch it around the holidays. If you watch it any other time of year, you're fucked.
Nicolas Cage doesn't need to be in a romantic anything.
Now, that was actually back when that guy would basically make a movie. If he was in it, cast in it, great. That was right before. It's like, don't make a movie with Nick Cage.
Yeah, he was. Like the '90s were his. That was a sandbox, man.
Yeah, and this was like, I want to say it was like 2000.
Okay, so he's still riding the heat of the '90s.
Yeah, but he that was a cliff he fell off of, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're weird and you get older.
Yeah. Well, Mead update for the week. We don't really have one. We're just we're waiting it out.
Waiting it out. We got masks on all of our carboys.
Yeah.
Keep them safe.
Right.
From
Keep it secret.
you motherfuckers.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe. We're still just moving along. We are going to need to move some meat. I know I keep saying it every fucking podcast, but it's getting to the point now. It's like, man, I don't want those lees to start to interfere with flavor. So
sure,
I want this to be Flavor Town around here. So.
And do we need to rack Troublemaker at all anymore, or is that shit ready to go to bottle? If
we rack it, it'll be even clearer. I mean, at some point, it's the law of lessening returns or whatever. Is that eventually it's like, oh, it's not really getting much clearer, and we're losing a little bit every time we rack it. We could rack it one more time. I think we haven't touched that batch hardly at all.
That's what I kind of dig about it.
Sure,
it's done nothing but exist.
Yeah, for 6 months.
Fuck it.
Now, Long Ships needs to move, but my problem is this barrel. I'm trying to re-cure the barrel, and it's kind of pissing me off a little bit.
Is it still giving us grief?
A little bit.
Do we need to go? Where'd this barrel come from?
Laredo.
Oh, cool. So that's a drive.
Need to get my brother Daryl to go down, have some words.
Oh, yes. Hey, if Daryl Robbins popped up to my house telling me to do something a little differently because somebody he knows.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, God, he's such a gnarly dude.
Yep.
It's always cool to know gnarly people.
There's only just a couple of people I know that actually know my brother, but yeah, that's he's all right.
A lot of good experiences with the three of us.
Yeah. Well, shit, that's the funny thing is because then you had a chance, and then you met my sister, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then you were probably evolving a thought in your head. It's like, so I hang out with the fucking loser of the bunch.
Yeah. Why couldn't I hang out with the Chuck Norris bodyguard, man? I'm hanging out with the guy that's just wanting to get drunk and fucking break shit late at night.
My sister, she was hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great dynamic to have, though. It's like, you and Daryl are pretty.
Well, I've got other siblings, but those are the two that have a sense of humor, a real jocularity.
Right.
I'm not trying to bang on the other two, but they have the personality to laugh.
Right.
And they don't take everything too seriously or whatever. Kind of well adjusted, unlike yours truly.
Even on occasion, throw a little coal on that fire.
Sure.
Stoke it up a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, so Mead, it's kind of a push right now. We do need to move the Long Ships at some point while I'm still curing this barrel. Even fat out of a whale is not really sealing that up right now. So,
how about that Flex Seal you can get in the can?
Yeah, that's what we want. We want it to look like a fucking rhino bedliner on the outside of that barrel.
All that work they did, fuck that. Let's just cover it up with fucking aerosol plastic and rubber.
Yeah. Now The reality is too is that when we put Mead in there, Mead has got a higher viscosity than that acid water I have in there that's still curing the barrel from the inside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of advantage to that. We're going to get a little bit of loss. My problem is I don't want it to be a lot of loss. So it's a matter of just trying to get it down to an acceptable level. A few drops a day, I'm good with that. I mean, as were the ancient Scandinavians.
Oh yeah,
so.
man. Those barrels weren't watertight. Granted, these days when you specifically order one, you'd kind of hope it'd be kind of out of the box, ready to go.
Yeah,
but it is a handmade fucking thing.
It is clearly. So that's kind of the Mead update for the week. Working on some tamales right now because I like to party.
Now for a tamale update.
Yeah.
There's some being created.
That is the real update.
And it's real good.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of great things around here. Well, I do a few great things. Not a lot.
I was going to say, you can bump that shit up to a few.
Yeah. Tamale's kind of in that crowd, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's about time for us to get the metal update and probably time for me to grab you another beer and all that fun shit, yeah?
That'd be great. Actually, we have a little bit of a rarity here.
Ooh.
LJ, when he sent the podcast, he also sent along a prepared statement, which he specifically wants me to read because he says your voice doesn't sound that good.
My metal update this week is going to be great. It's going to be so great. It's going to be huge.
Dear you guys. So anyway, the following is from LJ Ruiz. Thank you, sir. Yep. That's not from LJ. That was from me to Kevin. LJ wants you guys to know that the selection this week was sort of shitty, so he made sure it was at least entertaining. He also says you're welcome. It's not everyday bands that are not metal. We're on a metal and rock release calendar. Who picks this shit? The editor's grandparents? Do they like metal? Do they get to go to a Bobby Darin concert once but think it was too intense because the guitar was shaped weird? Well, here's your list. Metal America, get your barf bags ready because it's going to be pretty. It'll be pretty goddamn funny, I hope.
And it's time for the to get
there's still wait. There's a post.
Oh shit!
Hugs and kisses. Lowdown.
There it is. So it is time to get the rundown of metal with Lowdown. Good friend LJ, our metal correspondent in the field.
I read good.
Hey everybody, welcome to the metal portion of the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. I'm LJ, your host, and let's get into some fucking metal! Alright, first up on this list that I've scraped together from Loudwire, as I usually do, scouring through the bands to see what's good and what's not, we have Grey Days. The album is called Amends. Now, according to the beginning of the video for B12, which I'm reading verbatim, in 2017, Grey Days decided to reunite and record another album. 2 months prior to their first show in 20 years, Chester Bennington tragically took his life. After a period of mourning, Grey Days decided to finish the record in Chester's memory, featuring Head and Monkey of Korn. Hashtag for you, Chester. What a treat. The album is riveting, and it's very, very eerie hearing Chester Bennington's voice after the sad news 3 years ago that he took his own life. Rest in peace, homie. Next up, we've got the band Inexorum. This album is called Moonlight Navigation. Did I say album Inexorum? I don't know. Anyway, the band is called Inexorum. The album's called Moonlight Navigation. All right, here we go. So, the eponymous title track was fucking awesome with the intro and build-up until I realized it was a black metal band. But this song sounds like a regular melodic metal song with just a dude singing who has strep. You know, that whole black metal voice. A fucking breath of fresh air. See, black metal doesn't have to be so fucking boring. Black metal musicians out there, if you're gonna make songs about Satan and being a miserable cunt, at least make it interesting, like Inexorum. Well done, cunts. Well done. Next, we've got Tyler Carter, the Moonshine EP. I thought he was a rapper. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Tyler, the Creator. Well, this is an R&B album, so I have no idea why the fuck it's on this list, because Loudwire apparently was open to suggestions from any genre on where their selection methods are questionable. So it's not metal or rock, it's R&B. Well, fuck me. Next, we've got the band Wino. The album is called Forever Gone. Well, another questionable selection. It's acoustic blues. Doesn't suck, it's just acoustic blues with a dude and a guitar. No drums, no bass, no harmony, just motherfucking acoustic blues. Hey, Loudwire, can I work at your fucking office? I got some picks for ya. Next up, Long Distance Calling, How Do We Want to Live is the name of the album. Not a metal or rock act. What in the green fuck's going on with this list? Well, I mean, they might be rock, but there's a metal segment. I think I better go to a different source. I'm going to get a lot of pissed off metalheads coming here soon for my blood. Let's look for another band, a real motherfucking metal band. God, if this keeps up, I expect to see Taylor Swift and Adele on this shit. Here we go. Mike Lepon's Silent Assassins. The album is called Whore of Babylon. Finally! Jackpot! Hashtag thrash metal. These cunts ripped me off, though. KBX released our album in December of 2019 with the thrash metal song Dracula, about Vlad Dracul III. And guess what? These silent farts did a thrash metal song called Dracul's Son, and guess what it's about? I mean, it's not like I own the rights or anything to that particular historical figure. I just feel like it makes mine feel insignificant now. And oh yeah, check them out. They hit the fucking spot after all that not metal. So it's a pleasant kick to the face. That's all I've got for this week. Hey, I think we're going to skip a week, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard by the last podcast correctly. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care, stay safe, and rock the fuck on. Peace! Or war, depending on your preference.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know. Miles is even like, damn.
Apparently, LJ reviewed an ABBA album, and fucking Miles is a little upset.
Shit. I don't know. Do we have anything else going on?
In music news, there was a pretty neat little video that's floating around. I don't know if you've seen it. It's this Nigerian wedding.
Oh.
And I know immediately, all of a sudden, you're like, so who got shot?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Was there AK-47s involved?
I saw this on Metal Injection, not Live Leak. And but they're fucking jamming System of a Down's Toxicity and losing their fucking minds.
Wow.
It's the coolest fucking thing. To the point where even Surge from System of a Down's like, that's fucking awesome.
That's so bizarre because, man, Toxicity's been making a weird appearance like on a regular basis around here.
All the bands that have been even moderately political in their history are really starting to have a resurgence now.
Yeah, but even this, I don't remember the guy's name. He's like, he calls himself something the Bard, and fucking does like a Renaissance style of a Renaissance style of Toxicity. He also does Nothing Else Matters, but so does everybody. So
which just also kind of falls into metal or music at the bare minimum. That new game, The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a mechanic in the game where the lead character, what's her name?
I don't remember.
The girl.
Yeah.
Gets a guitar. And apparently, you can play that motherfucker, like, legit with your right stick controls, like, what chord you're playing, and you play it on the touchpad.
Wow.
Well, there's a guy that did Nothing Else Matters on this guitar in the game.
That'd be all right.
And people are like, I don't know how he did that. It's fucking hard just to play it, like, just for fun. But, like, people are writing, like, doing songs on this shit.
Yeah.
So we got to check that out here a little later. Metallica did a voting bracket. There are 64 songs. There could be only one. We threw our choices in the hat on these brackets a while back. It's been running for about a month.
And you can ask me any different day. I'm going to have a different response. I think I went with like Hardwired or something, right?
Yeah. Well, that
maybe or one. Maybe it was one. I don't know. I forget. But.
Well, at the end, we finally have the song that everyone voted as their favorite, and it came down to two. But I don't want to say the two because no, it might be a tough choice anyway. Right off the bat, who do you think? What do you think the song was?
Probably one.
One was in the bracket. The final was One versus Master of Puppets.
Okay. That's actually not a bad showdown.
Yeah, and Master of Puppets won.
Okay.
I don't think it was by a lot, but
no. There's not really a wrong answer there, although it shocks me that Master of Puppets would beat out one, though. I mean, one is an epic.
You'd be shocked at how much of the new shit got weeded out real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that's just the thing. When the old Metallica fans come out, they're very, very protective of their 80s Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
Anything after that's a drizzling shits to them, and that's fine. They can go fuck themselves.
Right.
I'd prefer to enjoy the near 40-year catalog that Metallica offers rather than just the first 8 years of it.
I've never really got my head around that of people that are willing to, volunteering themselves to really hate anything beyond a certain date.
Right. It's so stupid, man.
But there are a lot of people, and it's not just in metal. It's almost every format out there. It's like, nope, Nope. I only like it. I only like that music up to this date. And you always try to figure it out. It's like, well, what the fuck happened to you after that date? Oh, you had to go out and get a real job. That's when you graduated college. So suddenly, like the last year they had in college is the last year they liked fucking music. A lot of people. A lot.
You ever heard of the band Attila?
No.
Me neither. Apparently, one member of their band was accused of rape a while back.
That's
of
that
grooming.
That's that drummer / frontman of theirs, right?
It was the front man, Chris Frosniak, was accused of grooming an underage girl earlier this month. And now the drummer...
Oh, okay.
So
I knew he was
not
involved.
Not the singer-drummer, the singer and the drummer.
Okay. I knew the two. I don't know. I read it drunk.
Those two. But the drummers... I'll just read I'm not going to read the story because the headline gets it done. Attila drummer accused of anally raping ex-girlfriend while on speed on their tour bus, and she has receipts.
Oh, receipts.
For anal sex on speed? Did she buy it?
That guy writing out receipts for that?
Fuck that. If she bought it, who's she bitching to?
That's got to be receipts that she was present, like, the venue and, like, maybe a Whataburger or something like that.
Oh, wow. I was about to...
Maybe some kind of like
oh, God.
Maybe some preparation H, something. I don't know.
Oh, God. It's amazing. But, like, you see these band members, like, well, of course, look at the guy.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
Who was the, God, I don't even remember their name now, that band out of Poland. And they got off. They got sent back to Poland after being stuck in jail for like 4 months over here, 5 months, a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, but you could look at them and go, did they do it just based on looking at them? Probably not.
But it was in the thought process for sure.
It certainly wouldn't shock me if somebody went, yep, they did it. I'm like, yeah, all right, figured.
I think this is a good one for me to close the metal portion out on. A concert got announced in Madison, Wisconsin a while back.
Okay.
A couple days ago. I talked a while back, like, 6-7 months ago. Ringgold, Wisconsin, which I believe is outside of Madison. It is a 3-day festival, and the 3 bands that were basically was 3 nights, 1 big band every night, and a bunch of little shit going on.
Well, that's kind of common nowadays, right, on festival shows?
Static X, Dope, which those 2 bands are fucking conjoined at the hip right now.
Yeah.
Because the lead singer, Dope, is lead singing for Static X right now.
I was going to say, man.
That's supposed to be a secret. Don't you tell nobody.
Nobody. I just learned that Static X is still a thing right now. So
well, they returned to it was the 20th anniversary with Wisconsin Death Trip, and they had to recruit another guy, clearly, because Wayne Static just loved his hair on a little too much. And Edsel Dope was recruited, I guess just because he's a friend of the band, and that's probably the closest you can get to sound like Wayne Static, because Wayne Static was pretty unique in his style. But they were on there, Dope was on there, and Nonpoint, the Bullet with a Name on It band.
Okay.
The name of the festival was the Herd Immunity Festival.
Hey.
Which apparently the nanosecond that motherfucking Spider One of Power Man 5000 fame, a.k.a. Rob Zombie's cousin,
Right.
called out Nonpoint. Well, didn't call out Nonpoint. He was like, here it is. A bunch of bands that I consider peers and some friends are partaking in a show called Herd Immunity Fest, which by that title is basically saying their fans, come see us and we hope you get sick. The factual fuck. And then Nonpoint's like, hey, brother, Nonpoint's not playing because of the way the festival's named. We've dropped off.
Yeah.
Like, you signed on. You knew what the name was. Like,
Sure.
You knew. You know this shit. Either that or you're a bad businessman. You need to get someone else to do it for you.
Might be that. Sammy Hagar's pissed a lot of people off because he basically had said that, the show must go on and people are going to die. What are you going to do?
But he backtracked on that.
Yeah.
And then he came, I was like, all right, look, I was clearly drunk and high, guys. All right.
They call me the Red Rocker for a reason.
Because I'm a cock.
I think we're good on metal, yeah?
Oh, yeah, unless you have a review of anything in your life from metal.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
My safe bet is still on Deftones dropping a record in fucking September. Last week of September, first week of October.
Deftones did put out probably the best quality version of Passenger that's on YouTube right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put one out on their channel.
I didn't really have a problem with the quality of the one we'd had.
Me neither. It
anyway.
has a little submerged in liquid kind of quality to it, as most MP3s do.
Right.
But this one's like top notch.
Right.
Pardon me, I had to do a little death metal growl.
Yeah. Actually, that's going to be my jam. Probably is each year whenever there's a huge record comes out, I'm going to buy the FLAC for it. And
Oh yeah,
that way.
worked out with Fear Inoculum.
In fucking spades. Actually, I wish we'd have done that like on the drop, on the day it came out, because we did it, but it was fucking a couple months later, or a month later.
On the Fear Inoculum?
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were using for the listening party. That's why we did it on the Lappy in here.
We did that because of the visualizer, but we did the FLAC about a month later.
Shit, I thought that's what we were listening to.
Because
It sounded great.
No, because I got the FLAC when I bought something else digitally. Well, I bought Fear Inoculum digitally.
Oh, that's right. So we have listened to them over here because they're on that laptop. Those
Yeah.
FLAC files are on
Right.
there. We just didn't have them. Now, all right, I'm tracking.
Yeah, but no, the listening party on the day that it dropped, no, those were MP3s, but we did it primarily for the visualizer because, man, if you're a fan of Tool, you better have some visuals going on. It's not going to compare to the goddamn live show even one iota, but...
No, but, man, you really appreciate how much that visual stimuli is appreciated.
Right. Moving on to MMA side, we've got actually I have a card tomorrow. It starts at 6 on the main card for some reason if you live in the mountain time zone.
God damn. I don't get it.
I really don't either.
6 o'clock?
Yeah. And I started thinking, is this ESPN's way of fucking everybody? And it's like, nope, we're going to put on all main events at 6 now. Actually, no. It's really only the ones they're doing from Apex. So we'll see how things go after the crazy times come to an end.
I think they're being fucked by ESPN on a time slot.
There's no way Dana White or any of them signing off on 6.
6 o'clock? God damn. Like, how are you supposed to get anything done during the day if you're wanting to watch, like, a full fight card? If the main card starts fucking 6.
Can't. But, so what you do is then you set up the rest of your rest of July of being able to watch Fight Island shit, every Saturday for 3 straight weeks and a Wednesday. So
I'll be looking forward to that.
I am too, only because of the fact there's a lot of international fighters I really like. Now I want to go, robbing from our future shit. But I mean, when you got Gustafsson in a huge fight,
Saw a picture of him at heavyweight.
yeah,
Dude looks huge. Doesn't look cut or nothing, but he just looks filled out.
right.
And I'm stoked for him because I think he'll still have advantages that he enjoyed at light heavyweight.
I think actually that those actually might be even more beneficial. Because, again, as we've always said, man, the older you get, the harder it is to make that weight cut, and the more it's actually going to really pull from what you do. It's going to take away from your skill set. So as the older you get, it makes more sense to move up. I could fucking see Gus at heavyweight being a beast.
So let's just say that Gus comes back and beats shit out of Verdum at heavyweight, which is a hell of a test for your first fight at heavyweight.
Right?
They're throwing you a former champ. And Rumble's over there watching, like fucking eating fucking McDonald's and just watching that shit with all the lights out. And all of a sudden Gus wins and Rumble's like, I want to come back and make him cry.
Starts licking his face.
Yeah, just like, I think I'm going to go back now. I want to go back and fight him because I made him cry. I can do it again.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of that, then we have John Jones who says he's willing to wait it out, which is a bad move. Because the fucking UFC doesn't need John Jones nearly as bad as John Jones needs UFC.
John Jones, honestly, has only been a draw as of late due to the Cormier fights.
Right.
Those were the draws. Outside of that, I wonder. I'm going to pull up his Wikipedia fucking page right now because they're pretty good about throwing their pay-per-view numbers on there.
Yeah.
Like the comparison is Conor McGregor's shit was doing, oh my God, millions.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, that's the one thing you can't deny. I mean, a lot of people hate McGregor, and I get it, but you can't deny what that guy could do for the fucking money.
The first main event, Shogun and Jones, where he beat him for the title. 445,000 pay-per-view buys. That was back in March 2011. Let's see. Let's just go right. Jones Gustafson, 310,000 buys. For what was a great fight,
Sure.
it's not a good draw. Jones Cormier, 800,000.
Sure. You expect that.
Yeah.
Well, because the Gustafson fight, too, that was in Sweden. So.
Yeah. No, that first one, that was in Canada.
Oh, no
Toronto.
shit.
Yeah, and
it's
the second one was in Inglewood.
Oh, well, hell. All right.
Because remember, they had to move that to California because
Oh.
Jones got popped.
You know, and I also forgot about the fact it was Rumble. I was thinking of the beat.
The
Gus
most
at a
pay-per-view
home turf.
buys John Jones has ever accrued is the rematch with Cormier, 860,000. Dude's never broke $1 million.
Wow.
So what are you paying him for? Paying him to be the best? That's what you're paying him to do, is be the best.
And you can make an argument that guy has lost 2 fights in a row. Even though I know they technically go down as W's. I get it.
Yeah.
But that guy struggled mightily and let's face facts, got a fucking champ bump against Dominic Reyes.
Sure. That's a funny thing. The Thiago fight and the Reyes fight are not on this list.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that weird? It's funny how that works.
But yeah, no. He needs the UFC way more than the other way around.
Yeah.
And the same could be said for Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal's he's on a streak. What's the fucking worst thing to do? Throw cold water on your own streak. And that's what he's doing.
He's thinking he's doing a veteran move.
Get the belt first, maybe. I mean, you have a better fucking bargaining chip, you know?
If you know you can beat Kamaru Usman, fucking just take it on the chin for that pay. And I guarantee you, when you have that belt, that's when you make money, man. There are no fighters that aren't champions that are going to be paid 7 figures.
Why do you think all these assholes from
Aren't
AKA,
named Conor McGregor,
and I truly mean these assholes from AKA, every time they get a strap, they don't fight for like 2 years. Well, now the promotion does make them get a little more expedient, but because they know that they're going to make all that fucking endorsement money on all this other shit.
Yeah.
You make way more money on that. But this dick acts like he already fucking has it all. I'm not a fighter. I get it. You can take umbrage with what I'm talking about with Masvidal, but the reality is that guy should strike while the iron is hot right now. He should have snapped up that Usman chance immediately. But no, here we are, and he's complaining he's not getting the fights that he wants, and he's not getting the money he wants. Man, you have to still play the game, and if you're done playing the game, cool. And worse than that, to say, no, I'm really set. All right, cool. So is that your retirement then? Is that what that is?
So it's clearly not about the money, yet it is.
That's
like,
the problem.
I'm set, bro.
That's
well, then
the
why
problem.
the fuck you in there fighting then?
That's it.
If you're set, why is money such a big issue? Because I want to be more set.
See, because you're using rationality and logic on some assholes that really, it's not about that. It's about
and we're not in the era of rationale and logic right now.
No, and we're living in the realm of emotive reaction shit, you know, and that's exactly what his is that it's not about the money. By the way, I got a lot of money. By the way, I'd like to make more money. It's like, dude, you've gone pendulum swinging back and forth 3 times.
Meanwhile, Jeff Neal is sitting in Texas without a fight.
Well, he
wanting one.
He might
frothing at the fucking bit for one and not getting it.
He might want to move and then try to go somewhere because he's going to be stuck in Texas, I think.
I hear Eastern New Mexico's nice, bro. If you ever want to come on down, we got a couch for you to crash out on.
Couple beers,
couple drinks, Randy.
Couple tamales. So
we do got a fight card, which sadly Google still listed as Fight Night Austin.
Yeah. It's a mark of Cain upon us.
Oh, shit.
Like, you assholes would have been in Austin, but
go fuck yourselves, every last one of you. It's a pretty decent card, you know. The last card before they fuck off to Yacht Island.
It's the last card we'll have in the States till August, so there's that.
Prelims are headlined by Luis Pena, who we saw fight pretty recently. I believe he got beat. Probably the fact that he took this fight is why he's still working.
Well, I'm assuming if he got beat, I'm assuming it had to be a quick submission or something like that. That kept him off of like a medical role.
You know. 8-2. Hold on a sec. No, he won his last fight against a gentleman by the name of Steve Garcia at the Benavidez Figueiredo fight, the title fight back in February.
Right.
So not as recent as I thought, but you don't forget that ginger afro on that Spanish man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that dude. Okay.
Yeah. The one that has death in his eyes and nothing else.
It looks like he needs to fucking bathe because he's got this weird like complexion that's kind of.
It looks like all the hair on his head and face are growing away from his body to like get away from him.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I was like, oh, looking at the 251 card again.
No. Can't do that. Can't do
Oh,
that.
that looked good. Let's see what we got here. Philip Lenz fighting Tanner Boser. Tanner Boser never hated the cat.
Rhymes with Loser, though.
We were supposed to get Aspen Ladd fighting Sarah McMahon, but
Is that off?
Yeah, that's off.
God damn it. She not make weight again?
Aspen Ladd got injured about a week ago.
Was it some obliques, where you try to hold in, like, all them chicken wings and stuff?
All them stuffed peppers. I don't know what happened to her, but something hurt her, and she can't fight. So that fight is officially off. Let's see. Gene Vellante fighting Maurice Green. That might be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be a really good one, man. Those are two guys that like to throw. There's no bullshit about it.
Gene Vellante has a real fucking Mark Hunt style record, though.
Yeah.
Of 17-11.
Yeah.
Maurice Green ain't that better at 8-5.
No. These are two dudes. That's what it is. They're not specialists in what they do.
No.
They're there to throw.
There's your first round fireworks, and then if nothing has been done at that point,
it's going to be terrible
really
after
bad.
that. Yep.
Co-main event, Mike Perry fighting Mickey Gall at welterweight.
Perry needs a win.
And Mickey Gall is the man that will probably give it to him. Mickey Gall, of course, the man that beat CM Punk.
CM Punk. I mean, but that's going to be his big claim to fame. The problem is when it comes down to actual skill set, you got to look at other shit because you can't look at that one.
And honestly, even with the CM Punk win, I haven't really followed Mickey Gall's career with that much interest. I mean, he got TKO'd by Diego Sanchez. When he rear naked choked Sage Northcutt, I was like, I'm on the bandwagon now.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Thanks for getting rid of that pretty boy. But, I mean, he's 6-2. 5 of those wins by submission. That's pretty good. And 5 of these 6 fights have happened in the UFC.
Okay. Well,
So he's starting to fucking accrue a pretty good track record.
yeah. Mike Perry needs that win, though.
I think Mike Perry, and guess who's going to be in his corner? His girlfriend. And that's it.
Oh, boy.
And I don't know how the training went.
Well, I got another significant other story to go, so let's hit that last one, and then I got to bring this because I need you to Google something after we hit this last one because you're going to fucking pee yourself, I think.
Oh, man. That actually might be a possibility. I'm on tall boy number 3.
There you go.
Main
event?
Poirier and Dan Hooker. I think it's the rise of Hooker.
It's Dan Hooker's game to win or lose. Poirier is – I'm not trying to say Poirier is in a position now where he's like a gatekeeper, but he kind of is a gatekeeper.
Yeah, man. I mean, kicked ass at 145 until he met McGregor. And now at 155, he's kind of hitting the same wall. It was just a Khabib wall.
No. So I'm reading some comments today.
God.
About Paige Van Zandt. And somebody said, yeah, well, best of luck, because somebody said, well, what's the next move for her after this? And somebody's like, well, clearly Bellator, so her and Bootleg Cody can go and enjoy themselves there.
Ooh.
Google Paige Van Zandt's husband and look at the images.
I don't know if I want to do this right now.
Bootleg Cody.
Should I do Paige Van Zandt's husband or Bootleg Cody?
Just Paige Van Zandt's husband, yeah.
Wow, it's like the second thing that pops up
Yep.
under her name.
Yep.
Her record is like 4th on there. Austin Vanderford.
Yep.
Okay. Images. Oh, my God. Is that an eyeball?
Check out all them neck tattoos, eh?
Oh, God. And the sleepy eyes of a Ben Askren.
Yeah. So, yeah. And
Like,
somebody
has the eyes of a boxer.
Somebody
but
called
ain't a
him
boxer.
Bootleg Cody. I thought, Jesus Christ, that's all right.
I see like a weird bootleg Cody Garbrandt, Brian Callen, fucking Ben Askren, weird fuck child.
Yeah.
God, it sucks. It makes Paige Van Zandt less attractive.
A lot less.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll just go for this guy because, he fought. Well, let's be honest. Paige Van Zandt ain't that attractive.
Well, no, but she is running around basically telling everybody she's got a raw deal out of the UFC. This is her last fight under contract, and she's going to go ahead and test the waters.
Cool. How many other agencies are active outside LFA?
Test the waters of what? Mediocrity? I mean, she's already
It's
done
okay,
that.
Free agency. It's like, cool, so you want to go from the NBA to, like, the goddamn Summer League,
You're going to make what? Less money? Okay, far out. Enjoy.
Apparently, she made more money on Dancing with the Stars than she did in her whole UFC career.
That's
more a commentary on the pay that the fighters get versus her value. Though,
she could make a lot of money with some other shit, but I'll leave that to myself. All right, it's time for us to finish this shit up. Call her a day. Knock off her next 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. I was still looking at pictures of her.
Yeah, well, I can't blame you. All right, let's get into what you're talking about. What are we drinking today?
Well, if it ain't raining out there, maybe
some 40s.
Maybe some 40. Little Boone's Farm strawberry. Now, fuck that Budweiser and good times, as always.
Yeah. Let's see. What are we listening to today?
I'm going to be throwing on those, what's her name? Ellie? Is that her name from Last of Us?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm going to throw on some of her guitar tracks, see if she is good at that guitar.
I'm going to be waiting for Ruben to show up here in a little bit and talk about some house music. And we'll,
God.
Other than that,
I'll be outside.
Other than that, I'm going old school Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind.
I'll be outside beating off and throwing up at the same time.
All right, and fights. What you predicting?
Mike Perry gets knocked the fuck out by Mickey Gall in the first round.
I got a Mike Perry.
And Mike Perry loses his job after that.
I got a 5-rounder with fucking Poirier, but inevitably losing that one by decision.
Wow. So you think he's going to get his ass beat for almost a half hour?
I think so.
That's a hard way to go.
Yeah. All right. Hey, it's time for us to go ahead and, speaking of a hard way to go, time for us to go because I think tamales are almost ready. And we, frankly, we got to throw down some beers and we got to rock out.
Goddamn right. Let's give the last word to the tamales. Hey, tamales, go.
Works for me. Huh?
I agree.